Hey guys, welcome back to rhrjen. I'm so glad you're here. Guys, I have such a good show for you today. We're taking a look. So over the weekend, as you know, Meghan launched her as ever. I don't even know what you call it. Chocolates, junk gimmicks for Valentine's Day, and the fallout, as you can imagine, is still going on. So I thought we could take a look at some of the things that have come out since then, some of the memes, some of the things that people are talking about, and just kind of go into a deeper dive about that. If you're new here, I'm Jen. Make sure you're subscribed, hit the thumbs up, and leave me comments, as all of those helps YouTube to recommend my videos, and I sincerely appreciate that. Now let's take a look and see what people are saying. Starting with this, it says, what does as ever and Panda Express have in common? I feel like the jokes just write themselves. Leave me a comment. What do you think that they have in common? But they're pointing out that chocolate company that she paired up with, which, by the way, go back and watch my video. I did a deep dive into that company and went over some of the customer complaints from it. It doesn't sound great. If you're interested in that, but they're pointing out that this, I never say it right, that Compartes, maybe chocolate is known for its luxury, is it? Handcrafted chocolates made with high quality ingredients. Recent reviews highlight unique offerings such as their collaboration with Panda Express, which features innovative flavors inspired by popular dishes. Okay, that sounds like PR fluff written by themselves. Because again, if you go in and read like Trustpilot reviews, it's not great. That's more based on the customer service side of things. I don't know about the taste of the chocolate itself, but luxury yawn. Wake me up when she starts selling chocolate from Belgium, France, or Switzerland, places that sell actual luxury chocolate. Fair point, I think. I think I need to go to all those places and taste test some chocolates. Exactly. I read that Compartis store have closed. You can only get curbside pickup at the old LA location or buy it online. And one of the reviews said that place doesn't taste any better than Lindt chocolates you can buy at the grocery store for $5.99. Ooh, okay. So wait, she bought on closeout. So that's an interesting point. I did look into this, and it appears to be that they're still selling online. I can't speak to the brick and mortar, but it does appear that they're still selling online products. So I don't know, but I feel like she wouldn't do it unless she did get some crazy deal. Now, I did mention before, it seems to me that they sell their chocolates for about $10 a bar, and she had marked it up to about double that with her collaboration. I mean, just if that doesn't tell you what she thinks of herself, then I don't know what will, right? Oh, ridiculous. Wait, didn't some of her influencers do a Panda Express dish with the thing mimicking orange marmalade? I love that they called it the thing mimicking orange marmalade. I just turned southern orange. I talked about exactly that. When you go into the orange marmalade ingredients, it's not. I don't know how she can call that marmalade. It doesn't seem to be orange marmalade, but yes, they did do a mimicking there. So there's a second tie into Panda Express. Chocolate with lo mein. I don't get this Panda Express collaboration. I don't either. It really doesn't make any sense to me. It seems like they're throwing things at the wall, but this absolutely cracked me up. This person posted this, and I mean, all I can assume is it's Meghan's intense stare, shall we say, and the way she eats tongue first. I don't know, but I'm still laughing about it. All right, let's keep going. So, and this person posts the real reason the chocolate will sell out. Now, I love this meme, but I hate doing this to Lucy because that's like the best episode of I Love Lucy. So I hate to give it away to the two grifters, but I thought that was pretty funny. The real reason the chocolate will sell out. Yeah. I'm recording this a little bit in advance. I believe that it has listed as selling out. I don't know that I believe that, but there you go. I'm still curious. Hold on one second. I'm still curious about the first offering of chocolate. I never saw one review. Same here, the Christmas offering. And again, I remind you that there was only one new flavor added to this one. I talked about that. It was champenois, which is just a fancy way of getting around that you can't call it champagne unless it's specifically from that region in France, and it's not. So she has to call it champenois, which I'm sure she thinks sounds fancier, but people who know can spot that, oh, she's just trying to skirt that issue. But anyway, that was the only new offering. The other one seemed to be a carryover from the Christmas selection. So I can't help but wonder if it just didn't sell like she said it did, and they're just possibly repackaged or something like that. Harry getting the insane munchies after. You can read the rest. Don't know about her. I think she exists solely on substance, and other substances. There you go. All right, Megsy, you got some splaining to do. Yeah. That's so funny. That's really good. That's a line from the show, in case you didn't know. Meghan is not selling chocolate. She's selling pretentiousness wrapped in a bow. Oh, we'll get to the bows. The bows comes up big time. Here we go. Velvet bows trolling. So this person is wondering, because we often see Catherine, these beautiful velvet bows, if Meghan is maybe making some not so subtle jabs, trolls, whatever, copying of Catherine. Because if you didn't know, Meghan has been wrapping these velvet bows around the chocolate. Oh, it's just not great, is it? I wonder where this recent obsession with bows, especially velvet bows, comes from. What makes you put velvet bows on unpackaged chocolate? Rachel, are you okay? The white chocolate with the dried flower parts looks so unappealing. Exactly this. I can just feel the sensation of those dry, crackly pieces of flour stuck in my throat. Who wants that? Who wants to eat that? It's so gross. I'm not into it at all. I'm really not. And there it is, in case you wanted to see it. Just elevate it with a bow and everything will be okay. No, it won't be. That's horrible. I hate it. Make it stop. Make it stop. Okay. That looks poor and pathetic. When she finally crashes, she'll go down heaped with hamster food to elevate her defeat. All I could think of is, remember on that, that Harry and Meghan Netflix, when she was one of the million times she was making herself a victim and feeling sorry for herself, she talked about like collapsing in the bodyguard's arms and saying, I tried my best, I really did. And the bodyguard said, I know you did, ma'am, I know you did. There you go. I tried my best, I really did. No, you didn't. You really didn't. It's just awful. And then this one, at least the chocolate on this one looks a little better, but why? Why? Somebody pointed out that this was a Starbucks thing 2 years ago. They played heavy into the shade of green. I mean, anybody else would be like, well, sure, that's a coincidence. But Meghan, that sounds right. Let's take something that's already been done a couple years ago and make it our own. Call it brand new. All right, sure. And listen, again, I point out, you can't even see it. Hold on. I love bows. I have bows all over the place. You don't have to look far to find a bow in this room. I've got them all over. Usually I'm wearing something like a bow necklace or a bow earring or something like that. I love bows. So it's painful for me to knock bows, but I can't. Did I say knock bows? Knock bows? Knock bows? Let me try that again. It would never occur to me to put a bow on an unwrapped piece of chocolate. That's where you get oily stains from, which is full circle because we saw oily stains on her advertisements. Ugh, gross. Oily stains, title of her memoir. Plus, at the finest dinner parties, one always serves guests a whole candy bar wrapped with velvet. It's so classy. They love to break it apart with their fingers while small bits fly across the table. It's extra posh when they find a Meg hair in the candy from the factory visit, kind of like a golden ticket from Willy Wonka, except for I would assume that Meg hair is much easier to find in everything. By the way, when I read the Willy Wonka thing, I just started thinking of that episode of The Office. Remember when Michael got carried away and sticking gold in the boxes of it? All right, let's continue on. Nice pickup. She has no original ideas, none. Yeah, I thought so too. I thought that was a great catch. And she has no clue about food styling or personal styling, I would add. They look creepy on products like that. The white thing looks inedible. Yes, I like that they're calling it a white thing. Yeah, that white candy bar looks disgusting. And I am a chocoholic. That's not it. I don't want that because you're going to end up with all that crap in your teeth afterwards. That's disgusting. I checked out the chocolate bars. They are $9 and Meghan's are $29.95. Having Meghan dried out sprinkles and cookies in them, not worth $20. Who does she think she is? I mean, thus lies every one of my questions. I don't understand it either. Like, how do you have such an inflated sense of self? I don't know. I really don't. And the ribbon is tied around an unwrapped bar. Exactly. So, what are we supposed to do with that? Now, this is beautiful and I want to eat this. She thinks it looks classy. Nope, Meghan. Um, we see you hawking your white label crap. Okay. This looks classy, even with salt grains and various sprinkles. If you want to elevate your moments, white label shit isn't it, but buy locally, support craftsmanship. Exactly. Look how beautiful that looks. I want to eat every piece of that. I have no interest in that white bar with the hamster food in it. Okay, let's talk cookie queens. Now, in case you've forgotten, this is that Girl Scout cookie, I believe it's documentary, that Harry and Meghan seemingly attached themselves to after the fact. Remember, we heard that it was in the, what do they call it, like preview stage or something when they bought in as executive producers. So let's take a look because they've compiled some interesting facts, starting with exactly what I'm talking about. It appears to be a buy-in, and let's see. So yeah, they talked about that they were given a showing before the public preview, and that's perhaps when they joined in. But there's more. That Meghan, let's see, hold on, let's go back. There were 24 executive producers on this thing. What in the world? Now, I've heard of how this executive producer works. I'm going to say a big fat allegedly. I don't work in the business, but from what I understand is these titles can be purchased. Again, irony of titles, right, with these two, but they can be. And usually something like this carries a little bit more weight in meaning that, not that they're important, but that it's not just something you buy. You actually have to contribute quite a bit of money. Sometimes you have to bring other things like such as other backers or, you know, different credentials to the table. So no telling, but something about this project appealed to them. And I suspect, and I brought this up, since allegedly they bought in so late to the game, they probably already knew that Sundance was going to be a thing. And as my research pointed out, if you want to try to get to the Oscars, Sundance is the way to do it. So that's just the feeling that I get. People aren't talking about that. I'm just telling you, my gut tells me she's trying to get an Oscar. I think that's what she's up to. As one of 24 executive producers, my goodness gracious. Okay, let's keep going. Meghan must speak. So I was out during the time of Sundance, but I am told and I understand that she spoke at Sundance. I need to look into that more. I saw that crazy outfit she wore. What's happening? It's like she knows when I'm trying to take a little time off, she's like, hold my beer. I'm going to do something crazy. I'm going to wear a crazy outfit to Sundance. Like, no, what are you doing? Anyway, what if you're one of the other producers on this thing? You had already signed up to be like producer number 4 or something like that. And then you find out Meghan's involved. I would just be like, oh God, there goes the money. We're never going to get that back. No good can come from Harry and Meghan being on your project. Let's see, continuing on. Maybe this is evidence of a trend of executive producers having more input into projects. Let's see, adding that this came moments after an absolutely disastrous red carpet appearance. So the way I'm understanding this, okay, maybe I have this wrong, but again, I was out of town. The way I understand this is, did you hear about when Blake Lively was doing press for that movie? And I mean, I'm not trying to spoil anything. I think most of you guys know the story by now, but in case you don't, the movie that Blake Lively, it ends with us, it was about DV. I know I have to go that way because of YouTube, but you know what I'm talking about? Horrible things, like abusive things toward women specifically. And she was trying to sell it as a rom-com. Bring your girlfriends, let's have some fun. And she just didn't get the tone of the movie. And it sounds like that's kind of what's going on here with Meghan. People are pointing out that she doesn't understand the tone of the movie. So when she speaks, it doesn't help things because it's just flying over her head what this thing is actually about. The other interesting thing to point out is that Cookie Queens has yet to find a distributor. So I don't know exactly how that works, but that doesn't sound good. How's that Oscar buzz now? All right. Genuine question. Why does one documentary need so many producers? Genuine answer. I have no idea. I wondered the same thing. It'll be a tax fiddle of some sort. It's always a tax fiddle. That's an interesting point. Maybe so. Maybe it's something to do with that. The feminist website Jezebel posted an article in January under the celebrities dirtbag section about Cookie's Queen at Sundance titled Meghan and Harry apparently cannot produce something people want to watch. One of the film's producers, Ruth Ann, responded to defend Harry and his wife in the response to another commenter from Portlandia who kind of called her out for only getting the doc accepted at Sundance because it had famous names attached. This person replied defensively that Harry and his wife attached their names after the film was accepted. See, that proves my theory, I think, or it further backs my theory. It was already a shoe in at Sundance. They knew this. And if you want, I'd done some research that if you want to get an Oscar or get into the Oscars, not to win an Oscar, but to even get nominated for an Oscar, Sundance is a more surefire way to do it. If you can get from Sundance, you're likely to go on to there. So, of course, Meghan's going to hitch on to something like that. She probably saw that as her opportunity, just my speculation. Now, I don't know how that works if you don't have a distributor. I don't know about that. Okay. Let's see here. Kind of called her out for the dog. Let's see. They attached after the film was accepted, and I have no idea how they became attached. I didn't go to the festival, and I didn't want to bother the film team to ask. They're busy. I'm attaching a link to the article. Okay, so yeah, there you go. No distributor yet. Netflix probably enjoyed exercising their first snub deal. Yeah, probably so. That's pretty funny. All right. Being associated with anything Madame is bad for anyone. But this film is a brand killer. It will highlight exactly how little the girls get back for the work they put in. The film reveals that for $6 box of cookies, the troupe only sees about $1.10, for example. That's exactly what I was wondering. How are they going to spend that? I have not heard great things about details like that. I'm not exactly sure the number, so I'll slap a big fat allegedly, but no full pun intended. How are they going to sugarcoat this? How is this going to be female founder? It doesn't back up anything that Meghan pretends to stand for, but nothing ever does. So there's that. I can't make sense out of it either. I think it's going to be a train wreck. And again, imagine that you're one of the early producers of this thing for whatever reason. And then you find out Meghan's involved. Oh, man. Just kiss that money goodbye, right? Goodness. All right, that's going to do it for me. I'm dying to know your thoughts on all this. What do you think, oh goodness, of the chocolate disaster launch over the weekend? What do you think of Meghan's continuing disasters with everything? Harry and Meghan joining this project, making it about themselves. Did you see the Sundance of it all? Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on all of it. And as always, thank you so much for being here and for supporting my show. It means the world to me. Make sure you're thumbs upping, leaving me comments, and hitting the hype button, as that really does help spread the word of my videos, and I really appreciate that. If you want to further support, there's several ways to do it. Check out my merch. I got Everything's Fine. I don't have chocolate bars with velvet bows around them. I do have lots of bows, though. I love bows. I have so many bows. Anyway, I forgot my bestie got me a bow ring, too. It may not be in here. I think it's in my room. Anyway, I love it. I love bows. So bows are good. Don't steal my thing, Meghan. What else? If you want to further support, check out my Patreon, patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps. It's my old username, but it's got tons of new material, lots of stuff going on over there. I've been deep diving the Victoria Beckham of it all. It's so good. I'm really enjoying the Netflix show of that. And of course, tons of Harry and Meghan stuff, tons of not Harry and Meghan stuff, just depending on what you're looking for. Check that out. And thank you to my executive geese and ganders. You can become an executive producer over there. I have lots of executive producers, but unlike Meghan and Harry, you actually really support my show. I don't know what they're doing. All right, that's going to do it for me. Make sure you check out my Amazon storefront. And as always, thank you for being here. I really appreciate that. I put the Amazon storefront link. I try to put it in the comments when I'm able to. I've also started putting it in the video description if you want to take a look. Even if you don't end up ordering from me just by clicking the links, it actually does help me out. I appreciate that very much. Thank you to everybody who's ordered and clicked. I appreciate that so much. All right, that's going to do it for me. Take care. Stay healthy. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye. Hi, I'm very girly today. I went ballet today. Oh, let me not raise my hands all the way up because it might lift my shirt, but I'm ballet today. I decided to be feminine. I don't know if I spelled that quite right, but you get the idea. How are you? This is such a disaster. Everything they touch is a disaster. How hard is it to get like people to want your chocolate? And people don't, I mean, it just doesn't look appealing. It's hard to mess up chocolate. Like, to me, I'm the school of thought, like, have you ever heard the expression, there's no bad pizza or bad sex? Like it's all good. It's just all good. And same with chocolate. I love chocolate. There's no bad chocolate. There's no bad pizza. There's no bad, so it's all good. It's hard to mess up chocolate. It's hard for me to not want to eat chocolate. But I see that and I'm like, oh, I don't want to eat that. It'll just end up with crap in your teeth. I don't understand that. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. If you stayed tuned this long, okay, this is what I want you to comment. If there's no such thing as bad pizza, chocolate, or the other, is there anything else that there's no such thing as bad of? That's clunky worded. You get what I'm saying? Tell me what else is just not possible to be bad. Let me know. I can only imagine what answer is going to come up with. All right, that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye. Don't buy her chocolate. It's gross. You're going to put crap in your teeth. There's so many other options. I'm still loving my Williams-Sonoma chocolate. That is great chocolate. It's not as expensive as Meghan's chocolate. And it came with like 5 bars. And all the flavors are good. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right, that's going to do it for me. Bye.